So let's talk about what she can do with $768 per month in cash flow. 122,833 is her total debt. Her home, she has about 12 years left on paying it off because she's been paying on this mortgage for a while. So what would Christy do if she was in this situation? Well, let's look. She has a couple of ways she could move here. Now, if she doesn't like lines of credit, she has the Money Max. So I'm just going to throw that in there to let you know that if you don't like a line of credit, some people really deal with that, then don't do it. You don't need to do anything that makes you feel uncomfortable. But if you're okay with a line of credit, this is the very first thing I would check into if I were her. I would look at working with my equity in my home. I have a HELOC. You may be okay with a HELOC. If you are, this would be her option. Now remember, she had $360,000, the value of this property. So in the state that she lives in, she could do a 90% loan to value, but let's say that she's in Texas and she couldn't get to 90%. She can only get 80%. So you would take the $360,000 that she has in value times 80%. That's $288,000 that she could get in a home equity line of credit. In this home equity line of credit, they will pay off your current mortgage. So $63,000 would be paid off into the line of credit. So that's going to leave her, and if I can do basic math, we're doing good here, $225,000 that she could wipe out everything. So what does that look like? If she had a total of $122,833 in total debt, she could come in here and pay it all off. So $122,833. So total payoff into the line of credit. $360,000 is her value on her home times 80% loan to value means that $288,000 would probably be her line of credit on her equity. Okay. She has $122,833 in total debt, including her mortgage. Okay. So if she chose to pay off all of her debt into this one line of credit, what does that mean that her cash flow just popped up to? Anybody? Anybody? Well, she was paying $3,432 in monthly payments. What happened to these monthly payments when we transferred it into a line of credit? It became cash flow. It became cash flow. So now, not only does she have $768 in cash flow, not only did she gain the $770 for Discover, but she gained the whole $3,432 in cash flow. She has a whopping $4,200 in cash flow now. Are you believing that? It was that simple. Happens every day. Are you stuck making monthly payments? Or are you using the bank to serve you instead of you serving the bank? Think about it. What just happened? She went from all of these monthly payments, 48 months left on this. Take the 48 times 770 to remind you how much she's going to be paying the bank to allow her to use this money. Let's think together. We've all got minds. We've just been told to think the way they want us to think. What if you flipped it up on them and thought logically about your money? This is your income. Make it serve you. All right, so let's go back. It's $4,200 now she has in cash flow. What are we going to do with that $4,200? Her debt is $122,833. She has this sitting available. She just has $165,000 sitting available to her. Is that going to cover 6 months of expenses if she loses her job? Well, I believe it will. Is that going to cover if she has a car repair she needs to take out? I think so. So, Dave, does she need 6 months of savings sitting somewhere? Does she need to stockpile a whole year of income in the event that she has an emergency? It seems like she has 165,000 sitting here waiting for her to use it if she needs to. So, since we're in a credit society, and since we know that every dime we put into a checking or a savings account is what? Is it used by the bank so that they're loaning your savings out to other people? Up to 900% maybe? Well, I know. How about we take the money out of our savings and checking and we put it into our debt to get rid of the debt, so that this whole 360,000 that is her equity in her property is sitting there available for her to use as she needs to use it, instead of letting some ridiculous amount sit over here in a savings account that inflation is eating up. It's not that hard. You just have to know what their strategy is to make them money compared to your strategy is to get rid of the debt and keep your money. What is the payment for the line of credit? We're going to talk about that.